Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd. It's the 23rd of December 2013, and you know we've got snow again in South Bethel, Arkansas. It's not heavy at the moment, but it could be some left over for Christmas Day. That is Joanna Pollock at left and Sarah Marsh, and these are two very, what I'd call activist women in Fayetteville. And they're both part of the Environmental Action Committee. And this is a small house in South Bethel. And of course it looks a little modern inside there, you can see, but outdoors it's basically an old log cabin down on Price Avenue. And it's for sale. And it's immediately adjacent to city property on its south side. And the Great House Park is across the west arm of the town branch of the West Fork of the White River. You can see that in the background now. That is the park over there. And of course that park floods, but this house is never flooded. Of course, if they keep paving out, I guess on Interstate 540 from halfway to all that land over there on that side where the Walmart is, and on 6th Street, Martin Luther King, Highway 62, that area sends water down there, and it gets over that park, most of that park sometimes, and it's flooded houses upstream from there, and no doubt it's flooded a lot of things downstream, but there is a city right-of-way there. You can see that parking lot in the background. It's where you get on a little bridge and walk over into that park, but it's lower on that side. And in the background, coming from right to left, would be the stream that's Cato Springs branch. There are my neighbors, Don Hudenpile and Larry Smith, and they're out there on a cold day recently talking about things going on in our neighborhood. And they're pretty knowledgeable because they both lived there for many years. Don for maybe close to 50 years now, and Larry more than that because he grew up in the same house there, I think, and his grandmother lived in the house that I live in on South Duckett. Now we're at the Senior Center, and we've got newspaper photographer got a few photos, and got to publish a couple, I think, in the paper. And there we are on the party day, what was that, the 19th of December, I believe. And the various and sundry friends of mine and a few people I don't know because more people turn out for the parties, but those folks are regulars and wonderful, wonderful friends down there at the Bethel Senior Center. There's a World War II veteran. He comes now and then. I think that's maybe his daughter with him. Heck, she's young enough to be his granddaughter or younger. And there are some other friends, several of them from South Fayetteville. You may know Ruby there. And the bingo game was going on, and none of those people are raising their hand for bingo, but we're going to see a lady with both hands up here in a couple of minutes telling us that she has hit a bingo and she'll get some prize. This party is sponsored by the city of Fayetteville every year, and it was delayed because of the weather the previous week, and then it finally happened. And Mayor Jordan was there, and possibly some city council members, although I don't remember seeing or photographing any of the council members, but a lot of members of the staff came. The fire department sent a truck, and those guys were gonna serve the food, and then they got a call, they left on a call for something that's going on. Now you can see Chad Ball and another young man from the city working the bingo operation. And of course, this was not a gambling operation. It's just a free party bingo, and they had a bunch of prizes. People took home some nice things from there. Just having a good time, and seems people really love bingo, and they were playing it when I was a kid, and that was a long time ago. So there's another regular couple that are dedicated volunteers in our city, as well as senior active participants down there. There they are. Somebody's clapping for the table mate there who's bingoed. And there's Miss Jessie Bryant. She was intently looking at her bingo card until I spoke to her, and she looked up, and I surprised her. Anyway, December 19th, it's Fayetteville Senior Center. Lots of good fun. I wish more of the people who are like me, over 60, over 73 in my case, would get down there and enjoy that. Food's great most of the time, and it's always at least decently good. Always better than the same price at a restaurant, I promise. Till next time, it's Aubrey Shepherd. Hoping you enjoy Christmas in the snow and do your part for clean water and clean air in our city. See ya. Hello, it's Aubrey Shepherd on the 26th of December 2013, and John Rule is here with me.
I'm here.
We've got a visitor. John, introduce your visitor.
Our visitor is Hardy Daniel Jr., my stepson, an aeronautical engineer from Derby, Kansas.
And
He's down for Christmas and so forth, and he's an old Fayettevillean and has been in the woods many times trying to help us get started down there. So he's quite familiar with all our trials and tribulations.
glad you're here, Hardy. Well, let's look at the pictures and see what we got. This is from 2011 trip, and it had been raining a good bit down there.
Yes, it washed out everything, and the creek got out into the trail and in the bottom and boiled out holes in the basically gravel and rock deposits and so forth. And I had to pick down the side so I could get my little truck through finally. And when the Forest Service people got there, they said they thought I died or something. So
They couldn't believe you'd gotten in and out at all.
they finally got in and dozed a trail up there. Yeah, this is part of the area where
Well, there's Lauren walking with you on the slick, one of the slick parts of that, but that is your road, and
that's a trail. That's 1701B, Forest Trail.
and that's Ozark National Forest. Well, some of this is a few spring pictures scattered in there with them, with these washout pictures. So actually pictures from two different trips. I wanted people to see a sample of what the beauty things were, but I was slow getting these pictures off of my Flickr set where they're stored. Anybody can see them on my Flickr set, just Aubrey Shepherd on Flickr, Flickr, on the internet. And we don't show any pictures of the real stream, the upper part of the Frog Bayou. We're just showing.
No, this is where the creek got to.
It overflowed that whole bottom.
Right.
And it was still coming off the mountainsides. Well, what was it like down there? You spent one day less maybe than 2 full weeks down there during the big snow.
Yes, I went in on the December 2nd and came out on the 16th. But I was really only snowed in from the 6th through the 16th, just 10 days, and that was the worst. But I could not have come out any sooner than I did. And it would have been epic and senseless, and I might have gotten hung up and underneath the car trying to get loose or winch it out of a bad place or something. So I didn't want to risk that. So I just heated up soup and kept wood in the fire and toughed it out, which is the way we always did.
What was the coldest it got?
The coldest inside the house was 38 one morning. I think very frequently it was 40 or 42, 44, or 38, something like that. And the outside was, I don't think it ever got, because I always registered it at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I don't think it ever got lower than 12 or 14.
Yeah.
But it was uncomfortable.
Well, you you've got that green roof, but even with all the rock walls and
That made all the difference.
roof.
Right, that sod roof made all the difference. And it used to be before it was sodded that I could get up on the side of the mountain and see snow all around on the 4-foot eaves and then a beautiful bare area over where we lived. So apparently a tremendous amount of heat was going through the roof.
Well, thanks, and I'm glad you were here with us, Hardy, and I think people appreciate this if, maybe more if we had some snow pictures, but they've got to see pictures. I mean, they've got to see the snow themselves.
They got more snow than I did. I got about 5.5 or 6 inches of packed sleet and then snow on top of it and some rain before all that. So that actually large hunks of this compacted stuff had to be broken and popped loose just like it was ice. Something. So I wouldn't have had any chance of getting out with my little 2-wheel drive truck. So.
Well,
But I sprinkled ashes. I hit the ground only twice, and I sprinkled ashes on the ice, and immediately it made pits, and I could walk on it without slipping or anything. That's something people need to remember. It's much less damaging than rock salt or something like that, or salty solution.
if you got it. Well, thank you for being here, and hope everybody has a great new year coming up. See you.